Hello again. This is the last one for today. Um, this one actually is closer back to being on the JET program. Um, Currently, as I said in the last one, I did get alternate, yes, and I have made sure I've sent in the reply form, a duplicate passport copy, just to be safe, as well as also I'd already gotten my FBI background check and sent those results in as well, so that way they already have them in. Currently it's like I hear people tell me, don't push it, don't look, and I'm not really going to. Currently, as it stands, I'm finally about to graduate from my undergrad with my undergrad degree in history, and honestly, after being back in school for so long, I'm just ready to take a break before worrying about going into my master's program. So it's like me trying to think, I just got a job, a better job, so now I'm working two jobs, so I may not really stay at the first one much longer. Especially once school's done, because then I can actually get better hours. Anyways, I've seriously been thinking that even if I don't get called in by mid-December, then that's okay, because it's like, honestly, I don't think gonna have much time to save up for anything over this 6 months, considering I have to get caught up with a bunch of bills and all the other stuff. Probably the only way that I would be able to come up with that $2,000 minimum to take with you is to likely sell off my car. And that would probably be the only way that I'd be able to get that. So in retrospect, or at least forward speaking, it's made me think that if I don't get in by December, then that's okay. At least my first time that I've applied, I got in as an alternate. And if the second time I apply isn't till the next fall, rather than this coming up fall and just reapplying again, that's what made me think that it would just be better to reapply for next fall. Because I want to be able to add some kind of experience with kids, solid experience, onto my application for JET to show that I've at least tried. And at least with getting this first job, I want to at least be there for, thinking at least the first 6 months to at least establish a rapport with them before I start trying to ask for specific days and days of the week. And I need to start looking for extra teaching jobs, or even perhaps counselors, maybe like a summer camp counselor or something, just to at least get my foot in the door somewhere, because it makes me really feel like at least having that on my background would be better again than reapplying with no kind of teaching experience. It may not be required, but it seems like at least some experience would obviously be beneficial. And it's also making me think then that if I don't get into it again by the 2020 year, then maybe it just wasn't meant to be. I mean, I'm still going to plan to apply, even if I don't get called up by December of this year. I'm still considering that I will reapply in the obvious now 2019 fall for the 2020 year, when I think they said the Olympics are going to be there. Thinking at least that would be a good thing, because it would give me, I'm truly hoping, sufficient time to be able to save up that much money on my own, because at working consistently and paying bills too, it's just not going to leave much room for anything else. I'll be lucky if I can save up maybe $20 a month. I mean, I'm already doing bare min now, and it's like, there's just, between paying bills off and everything else, I've pretty much I'm so used to cutting out things as it is, that it's like, that's not a big problem. There's nothing else really that I can cut, because by the time my checks come in, I'll just pay bills and that's it. Pay bills and put gas in my car and that's it. And then I have nothing. But I think that's what's normal for everybody who lives on just a normal check and or is working two jobs. But at least I'm thinking that, yeah, it'll give me at least then the 2 years to try to really save up money for it. And the alternative is that if I don't get into JET for the 2020 year, then my next leap is going to be to really look into applying for working for a major airline. So I'm researching now about which ones to start looking into, because obviously if I'm going to need at least 2 months of money to take with me to be able to to live on while I'm there and pay external bills, especially depending on if they're, from what I'm seeing, paying housing and utility costs or whatever for while you're there. They may not actually be paying you per day, which I'm seeing is per diem. So at least this way, then by that point it would already give me, by 2020 summer, I'm hoping to at least already have 2 years of money saved up, either for jet or for that possibility. So just hoping it works out really well. I really do. It would be a nice chance, to be a really awesome opportunity to be able to work in Japan. Of course, then technically could even apply to work in Korea too, in South Korea. Now that would be just as awesome. Maybe I should look into that. Yeah, it would be actually really cool. So I guess we'll see. But to everybody else like me who got alternate, and even to those who did actually get shortlisted, congratulations, everybody. I mean, you put forth the time and effort into your applications, and especially if you already had the teaching experience from university or just regular job experience, congratulations. It's a big step, and it's obviously something that you really have to be truly wanting to do with your life to be able to take this kind of a job, or the opportunity and the steps necessary to get into this type of job. I mean, just the time itself involved. I mean, having to wait through a whole year through the process, step by step. I mean, you got to imagine truly how much patience that has, when most of the time, most of us are sitting there like waiting a week afterwards, just like, will it come, and then it doesn't. And then you're like, no, I still have to wait 2 more months. So it's like, now the biggest thing is just waiting to see if it happens. It's like, well, okay, you know what, then I won't wait. I'll just focus on work. I will do what I have to right now, and we'll see what happens. And that's the only best way I can think about it, is we'll see what happens. And just truly be optimistic. So, this is me logging off, or signing off for the last time, at least for today. That's 3 in a day. Okay. Have a nice weekend, everybody. And if you watch this, thank you and good luck, especially with your aspirations, especially if you're looking to apply into the JET program for this fall. Thankfully, it's not as much the tedious process that it used to be a few years ago when I first started watching videos. And so now, at least thankfully, everything's online on the portal. So, good luck, and make sure you get stuff in order now. Or at least you could start, or even just researching it. Have a nice day, guys. Bye.